What if I told you the Nigerian government just gave itself the power to seize your assets without a court order? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how new tax laws taking effect January 1 could change everything for businesses and citizens in Africa's largest economy, and why lawmakers are screaming foul. Meet President Bola Tinubu. He took office in 2023 and immediately made waves by removing fuel subsidies and devaluing the naira twice. Now he's pushing ahead with a massive tax overhaul he calls a once-in-a-generation opportunity. But here's the twist. Opposition lawmakers claim the signed laws contain dangerous provisions they never approved. For 9 months, this legislation has been debated. On Tuesday, Tinubu made his move. He announced enforcement begins January 1, rejecting all calls for delay. He said there was no basis for postponement and urged everyone to support the reforms. But here's what nobody's talking about: the alleged discrepancies. The final text, according to critics, gives tax authorities terrifying new powers. We're talking about the ability to seize assets without court approval. We're talking about requiring upfront payments before a dispute is even heard. These measures, lawmakers argue, were never passed by the National Assembly and could be unconstitutional. And then, something shocking happened. Tinubu acknowledged the public discourse but dismissed it. No substantial issue has been established that warrants a disruption, he said. This is the seismic shift. The government is determined to overhaul Nigeria's tax framework to raise revenue and strengthen public finances after a year of painful economic adjustments. Officials say the goal is to widen the tax base and improve collection. But analysts warn this controversy risks undermining confidence at the worst possible time, just as Nigeria seeks to attract investment and stabilize its shaky economy. Here's the part that will blow your mind. While insisting the reforms will proceed on schedule, Tinubu pledged to work with lawmakers to address any concerns through due process. He promised dialogue would continue. But the rollout is, in his own words, firmly in its execution phase. Tax authorities are expected to issue further guidance before January. So, what does this mean for you? If you're a business owner in Nigeria, your financial landscape is about to change dramatically on New Year's Day. The stakes are nothing less than the reset of Nigeria's entire fiscal system. Some say this is necessary reform. Others see a dangerous power grab that violates constitutional safeguards. The tension is palpable in Abuja. The signed legislation sits ready. The clock ticks toward January 1. But if these powers were never approved by lawmakers, what does that say about the rule of law? Do you think President Tinubu is pushing necessary reforms or overstepping his authority? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news from across Africa.